Welcome to another edition of Growth and Balance. We do growth and balance for one reason and one reason alone: to create value for the agents we know. For today, we're going to talk about, is an assistant worth the expense? So the first thing I want to go over is, what are we actually talking about with an assistant? I'm not talking about a transaction coordinator per se. I'm actually talking about either an office administrator or a personal assistant. So, how do you know, or why would you consider an assistant? There's a couple different things, two to be specific. Number one, your units hit a certain level. So, this is a really good gauge to figure out whether or not you should even consider an assistant. Most people, when we look at our business, we look at two major things: the number of units we're doing and the amount of volume we're doing. Now, volume can be skewed because you could do one deal and it could be multi-million dollars, let's say. So let's leave volume out of it. Let's focus specifically on units. This could be sales, this could be rentals, this could be buyers, sellers, everything. When you're around that 18 to 24 unit mark in a calendar year, so you're averaging 1.5 to 2 transactions that close each month of a year, it's considered manageable by most people's standards. Meaning you have enough time to talk to your client whenever they need you, do all the paperwork, follow through on everything, handle your own marketing, do all the nurturing, business building from there, building your book of business. Those are the kind of things that you can handle on your own. Around 18 to 24 units is considered manageable. So what's considered unmanageable by the expert's eyes in real estate? Once you get to that 24 to 36 unit mark, so you're doing 2 to 3 transactions that close every single month, that's when our lives start to become a little chaotic. Maybe you're not spending as much time with family or friends. Maybe all you're doing is working Monday through Sunday, morning through night. Now, some people love to live their lives that way, and there's nothing wrong with that. But eventually, even if you enjoy it, we do get to the point of burnout, and we almost want to stop what we're doing because it's so stressful. So once you get to that 24 to 36 unit mark, so let's say 2 to 3 closed transactions every month, that's when I believe personally you should consider an assistant. And that assistant is going to be able to help you with a number of things. Number two, you're actually spending too much time on administrative duties. So let's talk about some administrative duties. Let's talk about keeping up with your license, continuing education, scheduling appointments, handling marketing, social media, emails, flyers, putting signs out at an open house, whatever it is. Everything takes time. So if for whatever reason your brokerage or your team doesn't help you with some of these things and they're all up to you, this is a big reason why people start to say, hey, maybe it makes sense for me to pay someone a good hourly rate or an annual salary to help me manage my own book of business and, again, continue to grow it. So when I say you're handling too many administrative tasks, as I just mentioned, all of that time takes away from you building your book of business and being in sales, which is what we are as agents. So the more time you take away from that, the less time you have to continue growing your book of business. And there are some people for their entire real estate careers that do everything on their own. But there will be a plateau with that individual's book of business. And also, it might not be the most enjoyable ride because you're doing a lot of work that doesn't really necessarily grow your income or grow your book of business. But I will say, once you hit that 24 to 36 unit mark and anything beyond that, that's when you should start to consider some type of assistant to help you with your book of business. A couple different ways you can do that. You could join a team where they already have some administrative help, or you could look at a brokerage where the brokerage already includes that help, such as Copper Hill. So the next time you're thinking about, hey, do I need to hire some help to help me with my book of business, not only maintain and retain that book of business, but grow it, think about that 24 to 36 unit mark. Where are you specifically right now? Are you right in there or are you above that? And if you are, my advice would be consider finding some administrative help. That's all I have for this one. Take care.